I want to know, where does this feeling come from? Why is it in me, and why do I still feel it so strongly from time to time? I have always wanted people to be scared of me. I have always felt so proud and so happy and amazing inside when people were scared of me and afraid of what I might do or what I have done. Whenever I was unpredictable. Um, and I have been thinking about this for my whole entire life, because when I was a child, I feel I just acted in weird ways out of this place of this feeling without even knowing that I was doing something differently. I was just doing it my way, but people taught me that this is not how you do these things. Um, I can tell you one very clear example of when I, as a child, wanted to be unpredictable and unconventional so badly. I didn't have any feelings in me about a certain topic or any opinion inside of me. I was just doing things out of like spite. Like, in spite of this, I'm gonna do the other thing because I already know that my parents or my friends expect me this one thing out of me. So this is exactly why I did the opposite thing, to be unpredictable or something. I don't even know. Um, One very clear example. I think it was my birthday. I think I was like 6 years old, maybe even younger. I had this one friend from kindergarten, a boy friend, and our moms were friends and we were hanging out a lot. And he was invited to my birthday party. And he made these very, very pretty accessories for me. He made them himself out of these pearls. He made this necklace that was like shiny purple, dark blue, with these plastic pieces, but it was so pretty. Um, I don't even remember how I felt about it. I just felt how everybody else was expecting and waiting for me to act when I received the gift. And that was the strongest feeling in me, that I knew that I should say, "Oh, I love it. Thank you." And I knew exactly what they were waiting for me to say. And that's exactly why I said that I hate it. Not because I hated it. I don't even remember what I thought about the necklace. It didn't fucking matter to me. I just wanted to be different. At 6 years old? And that's not the only example when I have really acted out of this strong feeling in me that just doesn't want to do things the way how I know that people do things. And I think there's a part of this motive behind this that just wants to explore different life situations and not be stuck in one way of living and thinking, and just explore all the possible outcomes of, like, what if I said this? Yes, that's kind of the curious part about it, but then there's also, of course, the evil side, which I think I have the hardest time understanding and grasping, the dark side of being this way, because I never do. And then I have to suffer the consequences of people being upset with me and hurting because of me, people being very disappointed in me. And my mom and my friend who made that necklace, they were both so sad. And, my friend from the kindergarten, he was devastated and he didn't show it, but I got to find out, I found out that he was very, very sad that I didn't like the necklace that he made by his own hands a few weeks later, because he couldn't show it to my face, but he was telling his mom, and he was like acting very, very strangely because I have hated what he created. And I don't know how should I have acted, but what is that? What is it? I would genuinely want to know. What is this in me that still lives in me? I know how to channel it in the right ways. I know how to do this to help the world with art and with philosophy or my everyday choices that can inspire others to live differently, to breathe differently, quite literally. I know how to do this, but the other side of the coin is just completely unexplainable to me. And I have never felt such complex feelings about this topic, and I have never recognized this topic as like a thing to think about or talk about, like ever. But more and more and more, I realized that it has always been in me ever since I can remember myself. It's not just a teenager, I want to be different type of thing. I still feel like it a lot, a lot, a lot. And I felt it very strongly without knowing what is going on when I was a kid. And I know what people want me to say, what people expect out of me. I see like 20 steps ahead of how every single event will go. I don't know if that's intuition or some future prediction, but I always see the path before me, and as soon as I see it, I have to go a different path because I have to explore what is not explored. I have to go where nobody has ever been, at least from my perspective. And I don't know why I chose this path here on this planet like this. It's been very difficult, but I keep fighting. There are many things that I do believe we cannot explain and they shouldn't be explained because we just can't and we don't have to. And that's exactly why this has never been a big deal for me. It's just that it hurts me so much more to act the correct way, the expected way. It just hurts me so much more when I do not listen to the voice that tells me be this because you already have been the other one all this time. I am seeking peace, and the more I seek it, the less I can find it. It starts from within, and I have to let it come to me. I have to look inward. and shut myself away from the things that take my power away. And I have betrayed myself in a lot of ways in my life. The only thing constant ever is change, and I have to allow myself to grow. I have to allow myself to expand and let go and be a fluid entity. I've been so rigid and sharp. It's not my nature. It has been me purposely swimming against the flow because I thought I knew the flow when it was predictable. I thought I knew how the flow would flow. That's why I never followed it. I always tried to fight it. And I always do something out of the box because I can, because you can't, and because I can. That's why I'm better. Why? Maybe it's healthy, maybe it's fine. But maybe it's some kind of inborn trauma. Because I'm so overwhelmed by the world. I am so overwhelmed by every single thing that my body experiences. I have become so numb. I think when I was born, I became numb to human kindness, specifically to human love. So if every time I open up my body to conversation or to the expression of opinion or movement, if every time somebody walked over me when I was little, somebody spoke louder than me, somebody did everything better than me, then why should I try? And why should I speak at all? The main thing that I wanted to really put out in this video as a reason for all of this rethinking and revisiting of old memories is that I used to be so connected to God, like super extremely connected, united, and open to God to enter my heart. And I think I lost a few years and I became numb to all feelings. I became numb to God. I gave up on God. I gave up on myself. The last year I stopped letting higher consciousness speak through me. I have to come back. That's the only purpose I have here. I have been feeling so purposeless. I have lost all meaning of who I am, and I've never lost it ever. I always had it in me ever since I was conscious. But I know that I had to lose it this year. I had to step away and feel how everybody else is living. What is their way of functioning without God? I had to do it. I knew with my intuition, my gut feeling, I had to go and work a job that I'm working right now. A soul sucking job. Torture as hell. I am working in a place that the only reason I'm staying there is because of the friends I've made. There's some really cool people there. They're the only reason I show up. Anyway, I had to do this. I had to do this year, and I'm happy to announce that I'm quitting. Like, not the job, but like overall soon, very soon. Um, I will work a lot less. I will not work full time. I will work a little bit to, I don't know, get food for me, but no more eating out, you know. I will work less. Um, because this is not the way to go. And I have been suffocating like never before in my life. Ever, 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 never, ever. And I have no other option. My only option is just living without the shit. The shit that I've been living in. And I don't care if I won't be able to pay for like electricity or something. I literally don't care anymore because this is not the way to go for me. I cannot stay there, and not sure if I'll ever be able to stay anywhere, and that's beautiful. That's amazing. Let me eat my grapes. Hare Krishna. The only way how I've been surviving the last few days at my job is planning my vacation that I applied for 2 weeks in December. Crazy to say it, but I hope I well, I don't hope, I know that I will disappear from everything and everybody for some time, and I'm so excited about it because exactly that is God to me personally. Nature is God to me. And the reason why I haven't been myself the last year is because I have not been connecting with the tree people, the mushroom people, the bird people, the water people, the fish people, and moss people. Haven't been connecting with the leaves enough, and my energy and strength and my capability to accept further directions in life from God has been weakened and weakened and weakened and weakened, and I've lost all meaning and direction and purpose in where I'm supposed to be headed with my human body. So, for the last few months, I have been very borderline, like never before in my life, because I haven't been able to go anywhere. Haven't been able to go swim at summer. And this is completely unacceptable to me. And I know I will have to find a way how to survive and contribute to this world. And what I'm doing right now is a part of this, because I know that by sharing my story, I open up so many gates for other souls out there. I open up so many opportunities to express, for others to express what needs to be expressed, for others to feel like they're not alone, for others to feel like they have been heard, like they have been seen, and I just know that it's true because I feel the same way. I watch this channel, Gooby and Dooby, on YouTube. Shout out to him. Check them out. I've been watching him for over a year now. It has changed everything. Everything. He's actually the reason why I make these videos. And I have been making these videos for over a year now as well. Ever since I started watching Gooby and Dooby. Crazy to think about it. Yeah, that was my motivation. His style of talking, his style of thinking, his way of living, the way how he quit a high-paying job as a neurosurgeon, the way how he just makes YouTube videos and doesn't work anymore. He's 40-something years old, has a dog, and they just go hiking every day. And then go back home to his wife and live a peaceful life. And he makes some money out of his YouTube videos. And he just talks about so many interesting facts about the world, about people, about psychology, humanity, philosophy, and the state of the world in all ways. I really recommend this channel. So God, to me, is the sun. God, to me, is myself when I'm under the sun. I am God, and nature around me is God. And I cannot stand a life around people that don't know God. And I have been receiving divine wisdom from the other side my whole childhood. I used to express it in all different ways possible. Poetry, dancing, music, art, movement, flower crowns, whatever you name it. And the less time I spend outdoors, and it doesn't have to be summer, literally outdoors, fresh air, even in darkness, outdoors. The less time I spend there, the less I know myself, and the less I want to live, the less I know what the hell am I doing here, the less I want to be a part of this shit place. And I think I've always wanted a job outdoors, if I can ever call it a job. Like, I think the next thing that I'm gonna try to do is either start a business with my mom. Hopefully it works out, because we want to start trying like some ideas that we've had for some time. Or I'm gonna apply for an ornithology apprenticeship or something with the ornithologists or bird watchers, because if some of you don't know, that's been my biggest ever passion ever, like one of the biggest ever passions except art. Like, I am the bird person, okay? And I just know everything about birds. This passion came before my passion for singing or painting even. I just knew. When I was 11 years old, I remember the moment I knew I want to be an ornithologist. So I have to try getting an apprenticeship. I have let this dream go. It's just a hobby, but maybe it can resurface. Maybe. And I can get to work outdoors. Hopefully. someday. So if you're from Latvia, anywhere in Latvia or anywhere in other parts of the world, and if you need an apprentice for some ornithology studies or some jobs related to ornithologists, let me know. I would be happy to apply. And the rest, the rest is mystery. I don't care about the rest. I don't care about the rest. Because I know that gods are birds. And I am a god. And the trees are gods. And I need time with them. I've lost a lot of time. I've lost enough time. For 2 years now. For more than 2 years. Yeah. Lost so much time without them. This life has been unbearable without them, without God. I have to remind myself to be more mindful every day again. And this is your reminder as well. Anything that makes you feel peaceful and calm and reminds you of who you truly are, that is what you must do in this life. What gives you meaning? What gives you the strength to see past tomorrow? What gives you hope that your life is purposeful? What gives you purpose? And when you find it, oh, please hold on to that feeling. That's the best feeling. That's how you know you've found your purpose, because your body is screaming, yes, yes. That's how I feel when I'm dancing. That's how I feel when I'm running through the forest silently to see a bird I've never seen before. That's how it feels to creep up on some very, very weird owl and then take a picture. That's how it feels for me, that I know that this is me and I see myself in them. Hi. And they stare back at me, having no clue what the fuck I'm thinking. And that's how I feel when I put my makeup on. That's how I feel when I ride a bike lightning fast. That's how I feel when I put on amazing clothing that makes me feel confident and purposeful. That's how I feel when my space is clean. That's how I feel when my room visually aligns with how I feel inside. That's how I feel, or that's when I feel God, is when I visually represent. When I visually represent what God has made me feel inside of my body, in my brain. This is how I perceive the world, and I've lost this precious form of art, but I've lost it only to realize how important my life is with it, and how much I need it, and that I am nothing without it. I am just a vessel, a slave for somebody else, and that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. I have to speak out of my peace again, have to speak out of my higher self again, have to act out of my higher self again. It's a lost art that I have to come back to, and you have to go to the lowest depths to be able to see where you do not want to end up, where you do not need to go. You have to go there to know exactly where you do not belong. And I've been there. Oh, and there's a lot more ahead of me. And that's just a human experience. And I'm here for it. And we're rolling. We're ready to roll. Whatever comes at me, I'm gonna receive it and obtain the lessons, obtain the knowledge, and move forward. And time really does fix everything. Time changes everything. Time heals everything. And the biggest lesson I'm learning right now is to give myself time, to give myself space. Because most of my troubles and stresses have come out of me not wanting and not allowing myself to give the time to grow, to give the time to breathe, to explore and expand, to allow myself to expand. I have not been allowing myself to explore, experiment, and expand. XXX. I have not allowed myself to do it. I have fought so much against the stream that I thought that I must control it. I must control everything that happens in my life for me to feel peaceful. And here we are. Here we are. I just don't care anymore and it feels good. That's exactly how it's supposed to feel. I will need to work on this a lot, of course, and I will forget about this throughout my life, and then I will have to return back to it again and again and again. But only by letting go will I really truly find my way. So, thank you all. Goodbye.